Namaskara. I am Manorama. Welcome to the Sravana Sarani series produced by Nupura Brahmari. Our Sanatana Parampara has given immense importance to listening. It is a prime way to gain knowledge and versatility. Shravana Sarana series aims at such areas which enhance not only listenership but also understand and amalgamate those sections of knowledge which our Sanatana Parampara has discussed, but over a period of time it has been in undercurrent. We are extremely happy and delighted to thank scholars and listeners who are part of this. This episode brings Dr. Dwarita Vishwanath from Bangalore. She is former student of Srimati Rukmini Devi Arundale's Kalakshetra College of Fine Arts in Chennai, and she is a master in Sanskrit and hails Doctor of Philosophy for her thesis, The Ashtaveda Nayikas and Their Exposition in Dance Forms. She is the resource person in Bangalore for TDES affiliated to Tamil University. She has guided many dissertations and published research papers, and her work has brought under the title Nayika Antaranga by Nupura Brahmari. Today, she is presenting her ideas on heroes of Ashtanayikas, means heroes for 8 kinds of heroines. No Shastra episode emerges in vacuum. They are always inspired by the lives of human beings, the emotions experienced by individuals in their daily lives, when presented artistically and performed, obtain the noble and enlightening position of rasa. The noose of despair that wraps itself around mankind from the moment of birth is nothing but kama or rati. Therefore, it became clear that human life is the constant conflict between Sambhoga Shrangara, erotic union, and Vipralambha Shrangara, erotic separation. In this context, it is important to observe that the term Nayika is feminine. It is not a state associated only with women. The emotions of everyday life are applicable to all living beings despite some differences in terms of personality or other factors. It is in this context that the Nayika Bhava should be observed. While the superficial level, the state of Nayika is shown in the female, the reality is that it is a concept that must be beyond the rigid external duality of man and women. On stage, these emotions may be personified in the heroine, while the hero is a character with whom or about whom she converses. However, the Nayika is a state experienced by all and consists of emotions and dilemmas faced by anyone who is part of this world. Listening or listenership is essential in any of the avasthas or life to understand the fellow being. Communication of any feelings or bondage start with effective listenership. Now let us listen how Nayika respond and react to Nayakas, what kind of classifications can be made, how to identify them with different shades, what kind of treatment is necessary. The talk is not only guide to understand the heroes and heroines of Abhinaya, but also to the life of each person who always plays one or the other character in his life stage. Now, let's welcome Dr. Dwarita Vishwanath for this series, and we would like to thank her for the support. Over to Dwarita.
Namaskara. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate Nupura Brahmari and Dr. Manorama for a successful audio series. It's a great privilege and honor to be part of this series. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Manorama for having me here today. Today, I will be speaking about the heroes of the Ashtanayikas. As a Bharatanatyam dancer, I have been learning and performing Padams and Javalis for quite a few years. Initially, when I used to choreograph Padams, I would take the given Sahitya and look into the already existing choreographies before I choreographed. That is when I realized that most choreographies had a very similar treatment, invariably based on the poetic conventions. Since I was introduced to Kavya during my research days itself, I could relate to the poetic conventions. So this led me to think, how differently can I handle a given Sahitya? That is when I observed that in life, which is a great inspiration for art, that when one person is speaking, another person is reacting, and a third person is probably being referred to. That is, the Nayika is speaking, the Sakhi is listening and reacting, and the Nayaka is being referred to. It could also be that the Sakhi is talking to the Nayika while referring to the Nayaka, or vice versa, or the Nayika is directly dealing with the Nayaka. Sometimes we also see that the character is doing a monologue and explaining its emotions. To adapt this to dance, let's imagine the Nayika is talking to the Sakhi and referring about the Nayaka. So the Nayika's emotions, the Sakhi's reactions, and the Nayaka's actions have to be portrayed. Doing so many characters and their respective actions would become too cumbersome for an actor and too confusing for a spectator. So how best to deal with this? When I was searching for a solution, one day I happened to see a solo Yakshagana performance in a seminar. To give a perspective, the artist was dressed as Shurpanakha and was performing the character of Shurpanakha. All other characters that are involved were depicted only through the reactions of Shurpanakha. This was a brainstorming idea which I wanted to immediately adapt. But when it came to Nayikas and Nayakas, I wanted more clarity on who the Nayaka was about whom I was performing. Who was he? What are his characteristics? How would he react to a given particular situation? How would he react to my statements as a Nayika? Were questions that came up. Were there any definitions of such Nayakas? Were there any delineations, any lakshanas that were found? My quest led me to Shatabdani Dr. R. Ganesh's works on Ashtanayakas. Ganesh sir has not only identified the Nayakas, he has also given their lakshanas and written many songs about them. I will be referring to his works during my talk today, as and when applicable. When we take the Nayikas and the heroes of the Nayikas, there are two distinct ways of analyzing the heroes. One is the hero who is the counterpart of the Nayika. That is, if the Nayika is an angry Nayika, then the hero is one who will try and appease her. Another way is when the Nayika is an angry Nayika, the hero is an angry hero. So this is the counterpart and the parallel of the Nayikas. It is imperative to understand the counterpart of the Nayika, as it will add embellishment to the portrayal of the Nayika. In fact, it is vital to understand the character of a hero, as it will aid the artist in analyzing the reaction of a hero to a given statement or a particular situation. Now, we shall take up each Nayika and see who her counterpart could be. At this juncture, it is important to understand that each Nayika could have many different counterparts depending on the imagination of the poet or the artist. The first Nayika that we take up is Avaska Sajjika. Avaska Sajjika is that Nayika who decorates herself and her surroundings and awaits her hero. She is waiting. So, who is her counterpart? For whom could she be waiting? Probably to a hero who is coming from a travel, so probably a Panthanayaka. He could also be a hero who has many wives and goes to each lady on a specific day or date. So probably a Dakshinanayaka, or it could also be a hero who's a man of many ladies and randomly goes to a lady's house each day. Today has decided to come to this Vaska Sajjika's house. So he could be a Drishta or a Shatanayaka. This Drishta or a Shatanayaka, when he comes to her house, could be scared of her reaction to his infidelity. Though he likes her and wants to be with her, he fears the reception that he might get. He is aware that she is aware of his infidelity and that she is not happy of the same. This Nayaka is termed as Bhamini Bhita by Dr. R. Ganesh. A beautiful example of this Nayaka is found in a Kshetranyar Padam, Manchi Dinamu Nede Maharajuka Rammanave in Ragam Ananda Bhairavi. This Padam is in the words of a Nayika who addresses the Sakhi and tells her, "Today is a right day. Ask him to come like a king. What is he scared of? That I might taunt him? That I might sarcastically remark about the other lady? Tell him not to worry. Ask him to come." The Nayaka here is clearly a Bhamini Bhita. The next Nayika is a Virahotkhantita. She is in extreme viraha. She is yearning to unite with the Nayaka. She can't bear the separation. So this Nayika could have two different types of counterparts. One is a man who does not love her as much as what she loves him. So he could be a Drishta or a Shatanayaka, where though she is pining for him, he is not perturbed. He is getting on with his life. He is enjoying, probably with another lady. The other Nayaka is the one who loves her as much as she does. He is also pining for her because they are separated from each other. He is a Virahi Nayaka. The Virahi Nayaka is a very old concept. There are many songs attributed to a Virahi Nayaka. But this is the first time that a Virahi Nayaka has been identified and delineated. Dr. R. Ganesh identifies a Virahi Nayaka and delineates him. His attributes, his lakshanas are noted. A wonderful example of a Virahi Nayaka is found in the Kshetranyar Padam. Yemi seyadu మోహమెటువలే తీరునా భామినిమని ఎవ్వరు తోడి తేచేరు. What am I to do? How to fulfill this passion? Who's there to fetch you here, O gem of a woman, says the Virahi Nayaka. He says, I miss our union and I miss you calling me Movagopala. Here, the pangs of separation of the Virahi Nayaka is very evident. The next Nayika is a Vipralabdha Nayika. She goes to the tryst or the meeting place to meet the hero at the appointed time, but is dejected and feels cheated when she finds the place deserted. Here, the counterpart can be imagined two types. One, where the hero is in love with her and is probably genuinely caught somewhere. So, genuinely caught as in he could be a king and there is an emergency that requires his attention, wherein though he is in Viraha, he has to attend to that. Another way of looking at genuinely caught in something can be a misunderstanding. Almost like a parallel, Tolkappiyam gives a hint at this. In the Kalaviyal, Alla குறிப்படுதலும் அவள் வயி நுரித்தே அவன் குறி மயங்கிய வமைவோடு வரினே. It is suggested that she might have gone to a wrong place, as she might have misunderstood the meeting point suggested by the hero. If this idea is elaborated upon, then it can be understood that she has gone to a place mistakenly and he has gone to another place. Both of them are dejected at the non-arrival of their lover. They feel cheated. This is almost like a parallel. The other kind is cheating genuinely. Here again, the cheating can be divided into two varieties, where the Nayaka or the hero cheats her for fun. So he probably loves her as much as what she does. He is an Anukula Nayaka, but just for a fun element, he cheats her. So there's a beautiful Kshetringar Padam where the Nayika says, Mosa Buchiramma Magavani Yadadanta Muditalandaru Gooduka. Her friends flippantly dressed Muvagopala in a woman's disguise and passed him off into the heroine's chamber. So the Nayika says, Oh my dear, I have been cheated. My friends have all combined and passed him off for a woman. Though there is an element of cheating here, the Nayaka cheats the Nayika for fun. The other variety of cheat is the genuine cheat, where the Nayaka is a Drishta or a Shata Nayaka and doesn't keep up his word to come and meet her at the tryst. The Nayika feels dejected because of this. The next Nayika is a Khandita Nayika, the angry Nayika. She's angry because her lover or her hero cheated upon her. The Nayaka has come and the Nayika is angry. So what will he do? He will try and appease her. This Nayaka has been termed as a Narma Prasadaka by Dr. R. Ganesh. It must be understood the Nayaka is in front of the Nayika because he wants to be with her. And if she is angry, he will try and appease her. A beautiful example of appeasement is found in Tirukkural, in the 1312th Tirukkural. ஊடி இருந்தே மா தும்பினார் யாம் தம்மை நீடுவாள் கென்பாக் கரிந்து. So the hero thinks that if he sneezes, she will stop sulking and say bless you with 100 years. But she is well aware of his modes of appeasement. So this says that even if he is an Narma Prasadaka, she might be appeased or might not be appeased. Another popular item performed, especially in Bharatanatyam, for appeasement is Priye Charushile, the 19th Ashtapadi of Gita Govindam, where Krishna says, Oh Priye, put your lotus feet on my head. The pangs of separation has risen like venom. When we analyze, it can be found that a Narma Prasadaka is probably the Nayaka after the state of a Bhamini Bhita. So he is scared that she might be angry, and as he steps in, she is angry, and he is forced to become a Narma Prasadaka. The next Nayika is a Kalahantarita Nayika. After the fight, she repents for her actions. Here again, the counterpart can be imagined in two ways. One is the Nayaka who doesn't love her as much as she does, in which case he just enjoys once he's away from her. He's happy and is probably with another lady. The other is the Nayaka who feels bad for his misdeed. He repents for his actions. Almost like a parallel. The 7th Ashtapadi of the Gita Govindam, Mamiyam Chalita Vilokya Vritam Vadhu Nichayena, explains Krishna repenting for his misdeeds. He feels bad that he angered Radha he wonders what she must be undergoing. Dr. R. Ganesh identifies this Nayaka as a Kalahantarita Nayaka. The next Nayika is a Proshita Patika. She is the Nayika who is in separation as her lord has gone abroad or is travelling. Here again, the counterpart of a Proshita Patika could be of two types. One is that Nayaka who's actually happy to be away from his heroine. In all probability, when he's travelling, he's enjoying the company of other women. The other variety is the Pantha Nayaka, as termed by Dr. R. Ganesh. He is the Nayaka who truly loves his heroine. An Anukula Nayaka, he misses her as much as she does. There are many verses and songs found for a Panthanayaka. The most celebrated Panthanayaka is the Yaksha of the Meghaduta. I quote an Amrushatakam verse. Ratrau Varibharala Sambudara Vodvagninen Jata Shuna Panthenatma Viyoga Dukka Pishunam Geetam Tatot Kantaya. Here, the hero who's traveling hears the thunder at night and gets up and laments and thinks, why should I take up this pravasa? A beautiful verse showing the pangs of separation felt by a Pantha Nayaka. The next Nayika is an Abhisarika. She goes in search of her hero, anticipating union. She is happy and goes to the meeting place, expecting the hero. She is a happy Nayika. Since she is going to a meeting place, she expects the hero to be waiting there. If she was not, then she wouldn't be going there in the first place. The 11th Ashtapadi, Dhira Samire, Yamuna Tire, Vasati Vane Vanamali, shows Krishna waiting for Radha. Here, the Sakhi urges Radha to become an Abhisarika, to go and meet Krishna. Another probable counterpart is an Abhisaraka Nayaka, almost like a parallel, where he is also coming to the meeting place to meet his lady love. We will take up a detailed discussion about the Abhisaraka Nayaka when we are dealing with the parallels of the Ashtanayikas. The next Nayika is a Swadhina Patika, the happy Nayika. She is confident of his love for her. She loves the hero and he in turn loves her. This Nayaka has been termed as Kanta Videya by Dr. R. Ganesh. A Kanta Videya is that Nayaka who truly loves the Nayika and wishes for union with her. The 23rd Ashtapati from Gita Govindam gives a description where Krishna says, place your delicate lotusy feet on the delicate surface of this tender leafy bed. O loving Radha, let this well-arranged bed, which brags for its delicacy, suffer an adversity, as your more delicate, tender leaf-like feet are the adversaries of this delicacy. Kisalaya Shayana Tale Kuru Kamini Charana Nalina Vinivesham Tavapada Pallava Vairi Parabhavam Idam Anubhavatu Suvesham. Here, the love of Krishna towards Radha is very apparent. Now that we have finished the counterparts of the Ashtanayikas, let us take up the parallels of these Ashtanayikas. The Ashtanayikas are Avastha-based Nayikas. They are beyond Linga Bheda, beyond gender. The emotion is common for both the men and the women. Only the portrayal of it could be different. A man's representation of a particular emotion could well be different from a female's representation of it. The way fear is shown by a lady would be different from the way a man enacts fear. The emotion of fear is still the same, but the portrayal varies because of the nature of the gender. It is clear that the Avastha Bheda has no gender. Then why are we looking into the parallels of the Ashtanayikas? The Ashta Avasthas have a lot of social relevance, especially in the past where women wouldn't go outside much. Then, for an Ayika to become a Vipralabdha or an Abhisarika is a Herculean task. She needs to face many odds to go out to meet her hero. But this was not the case with the hero. If he was a Kshatriya, he would be going for hunting where he was traveling. If he was a businessman, he would go on business, on tours. Men went out of the house for work. So for them to go and meet their heroine at a meeting place wasn't as difficult as it was for the lady. This is how the Avastha Bheda is different for a man and a lady. These Avastha Bhedas are applicable to all characters, to all types of characters. The Dhira Uddhata Nayaka's portrayal of a Nirikshaka or a Kupita Nayaka will be different from a Dhira Lalita's portrayal of a Nirikshaka Nayaka or a Kupita Nayaka. The difference occurs due to their innate characteristics. This should be kept in mind when these Nayakas are portrayed in a dance drama. In a Padam or a Javali, the emotion is highlighted, the situation is highlighted, the characteristics is not often defined. It is up to the imagination of the artist to decide which character she wants to portray while taking up the choreography. Now, let us look into the parallels of the Ashtanayikas. The first Nayika, Vaskasajika. The counterpart of an Abhisarika, the Nayaka who was waiting at the meeting place for his Nayika, is the parallel for a Vaskasajika. It's often said that men aren't proficient in household chores and they might not look into these like decorating a place for their lady love. But the 11th Ashtapadi clearly shows Krishna has prepared a leafy bed and is waiting for Radha. With flustered eyes, he looks about the path of her arrival. Patati patatre vichalati patre shankita bhavat upayanam. Rachayati shayanam sachakita nayanam pashyati tava panthanam. He sees the way, says the Sakhi to Radha and urges her to become an Abhisarika. The next Nayika is the Virahotkantita Nayika. The parallel of a Virahotkantita Nayika, as I said earlier, is a Virahi Nayaka. Gita Govindam gives a wonderful example of a Virahi Nayaka, the 10th Ashtapadi, where Sakhi describes the Viraha undergone by Krishna to Radha. Tava Virahe Vanamali Sakhi Sidati. She even uses the term Virahi Hridaya. Vasati Vipina Vitane Tyajati Lalita Dhama Lutati Dharani Shayane Bahuvilapati Tavanama. He yearns for you. He continuously repeats your name. He rolls on the floor due to Viraha. So the parallel of a Virahotkantita Nayika is a Virahi Nayaka. The next Nayika, the Vipralabdha Nayika. The parallel of a Vipralabdha Nayika is a Nirikshaka. He signals her to come and he goes and waits at the tryst. He's hoping that she will come. He's hoping that she won't get caught when she's trying to come out of the house and so on. He's filled with fear and doubt. This song has been written by Dr. R. Ganesh. Illige ಬಾರೆಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಲಿಸಿದವಳಿಲ್ಲಿ ನಲ್ಲನೇಂ ಮರೆತಳೆ ಪ್ರಫುಲ್ಲೆಯು. ಕಾರ್ಯಭಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಜರಿದು ಬಂದೆ, ಆರ್ಯ ಧೀರತೆಯನ್ನು ತೊರೆದು ಬಂದೆ, ವಾರ್ಯ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಮರೆತು ಬಂದೆ, ವಿಚಾರ್ಯ ಮನೋಜ್ಞೆಯ ಗುರಿತೆಲ್ಲಿ. So here he goes on to say, ಮನೆಯ ಮಂದಿ ಮತ್ತೇನೇನೆಂದರೋ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಗೋಸ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಸೇ, ದೂತಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಮಾತನಿತ್ತವಳು, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಪಾಲಿಸಿದವಳು, ಏತಕ್ಕಿಂದಿಗೂ ಸುಳಿಯದಾದಳು, ಸೋತಳೇನು ಮತ್ತಾರಿಗಾದರೂ. So here is the doubt element. Did she fall for somebody else? She told me she would come here through a duti. Where is she? So he's filled with fear and doubt. The parallel of a Khandita is a Kupita Nayaka. There's a very interesting point to ponder here. All angry Nayakas are not Kupita Nayakas. He must be angered due to love. When the rasa is Raudra or he is on a battlefield, shouting and yelling out of utsaha, then he is not a Kupita Nayaka. He should be angered because of his heroine. Maybe he tried to appease her and she was not appeased easily. This disturbs him and he is angry. This is a Kupita Nayaka. We find many internal reference to this Nayaka. We find verses where the Nayika is cribbing to her Sakhi and saying, I tried to appease him and I was not successful. And sometimes there are verses where she says, I tried appeasing him and I was successful. But we don't find an explicit Kupita Nayaka verse or a song. The Nayika requesting the hero to let go of his anger is something that is seen quite often in traditional Padavarnams. Chalamela Jaysevaya, Kopamu Cheyedura, Pantamelara. Like this, we find many phrases where the Nayika is saying, please don't get angry. Why are you getting angry? Just go, let go of your anger. But a complete peace where he is angry is not found. A very beautiful thought is found in Karpiyal of Tolkapiyam, where it is explained that a husband is entitled to be in love quarrel when the wife is too obstinate to yield to his sweet persuasion, and when he mistakes the time and place of meeting suggested by the lady love. Unarpu varai irappinan cheikuri pizhappinum pulattalu moodalum keelvor kuriya. The next Nayika is the Kalahantarita Nayika. The parallel is the counterpart. The parallel of a Kalahantarita Nayika is a Kalahantarita Nayaka. This song has been written by Dr. R. Ganesh, explaining a Kalahantarita Nayaka. So he repents as to why he got angry. This is again a proof that a Kupita Nayaka exists. Naneke birusadeno prakopisi manishtanene meredeno ಆ ಮುಗ್ಧೆ ಆ ಬಾಲೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಬುದ್ಧೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ತೋರೆ ಮುನಿವುದೇ. The next Nayika is a Proshita Patika. Women wouldn't travel much, especially not for business. So it wasn't very easy to imagine a Proshita Pati who's a parallel for a Proshita Patika. But when we observe the day-to-day life situations, it is evident that this classification is possible. Women went to their parental house for the delivery of a child, many times to help for a forthcoming function. There was also a tradition of going to the mother's house during Ashada or the Adi month. The viraha of a Proshita Pati is very different from a viraha of a Virahi Nayaka. The difference is just the same as how a Virahotkanthita is different from a Proshita Patika. There is a song by K.S. Narasimhaswamy where the Nayika tells her hero, Taura Sukhadolagenna Maretihalu Yennadiri. Please don't say that I have forgotten you. Innu Tangiya Madve Tingalihudu. There is still a month and I will be back immediately after that. Here the Nayika is imagining that he will be missing her and feeling that she must have forgotten him in all the sambrama that is there in her parents' house. Though the Nayaka is well aware that she will not return till the specified date, he still misses her. The objects in the house remind him of her. Dr. Manorama has written a song for this Nayaka where he is cursing that his parents sent her home. Ashada Khalana Kaduneha Maneyavarigihude Vairave Maganolage Dura Madire Satya. It's because of the Ashada that she's been sent to her mother's place, and the Nayaka is missing her. Proshita Pati, the parallel to a Proshita Patika. The parallel of an Abhisarika Nayika is an Abhisarika Nayaka. Again, we don't find any particular song or verse attributed to an Abhisarika Nayaka. If the Nayika is going to a meeting place to meet her hero, that means the Nayaka is also traveling and coming to the meeting place. So it is but logical to think that there is an Abhisarana in the Nayaka's part also. But as mentioned earlier, there is nothing great in the Abhisarana of the Nayaka as he is always traveling or he is always outside the house. Probably that was the reason why there aren't many songs attributed to an Nayaka. In Abhignana Shakuntalam, in the second act, when King Dushyanta tells the Vidushaka that your eyes haven't become Sarthaka yet, as you have not seen Shakuntala. On the pretext of going for hunting, they are going to see Shakuntala. It is obvious that here there is an Abhisarana of the hero. Yet, not much detailing is seen, even in a work as great as Abhignana Shakuntalam. Even in Gita Govindam, where Krishna goes to the Bhavar and waits for Radha, the process of Abhisarana is just mentioned in one word, Gatam Abhisare. He has gone to the place. Rathi Sukasare, Gatam Abhisare, Madana Manohara Vesham. So he has gone there, is all that is mentioned. Again, the process of Abhisarana is not elaborated upon. The parallel of a Swadhina Patika is a Kanta Vidheya, as mentioned earlier. Just as how she loves him, he also loves her and waits to unite with her. He is confident of her love for him and enjoys union with her. This song has been written by Dr. R. Ganesh for Akanta Vidheya. Ninagavudishtavo nanagada bhishtave anuраಗದಿಷ್ಟೇ ಪ್ರಿಯೇ ಹೃದಿಷ್ಟೇ ನಿನ್ನೆಯ ನೆರಳಾಗಿ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮರುಳಾಗಿ ಮನ್ನಣೆಯನು ಹೊಂದುವೆ ಮನೋಹರೆ. So here he says, whatever you like, that's more than sufficient for me. Amongst the sub-variety of the Ashtanayikas, a very notable Nayika is the Avasita Pravasa Patika. She is that Nayika who recollects and enumerates the difficulties that she has faced when her hero was away from her. She is that Nayika whose hero has just returned from travel. She enumerates the yearnings and sufferings that she underwent because of the separation. This Nayika has been classified as a sub-variety of a Vaska Sajjika by some Alankarikas and as a sub-variety of a Proshita Patika by some Alankarikas. The parallel of this Nayika is an Avasita Pravasa Pati. So he is at home and she comes back after her travel. Dr. Manorama has penned a song, Babare Chennarasi Dani Vilisu Avadharisu, where the husband is so happy that she is back. He says, how is it that you manage everything together? How is it that you manage so many people, so many emotions? I tried doing that and I give up. The Ashtanayikas and the Nayakas are relevant to all times. Even to this date, the concept is very relevant. We can see the Nayikas, their counterparts, their parallels in movies, in theatre, in fact in our day-to-day life. An Avasita Pravasapati, the Nayaka who manages the house when the Nayika is not around, isn't uncommon these days. Or a Proshita Patika whose husband is traveling for an on-site tour and she is waiting for him is very relevant even till date. But all the Nayakas and Nayikas that we see in our day-to-day lives, is it adaptable to dance? Is something that each one of us as practitioners of dance must ask ourselves. We can see in our day-to-day lives men who abuse their ladies, men who take rejection very seriously, who get into bad habits or who take up bad activities because of their dejection. Can that be adapted to dance? Should that be adapted to dance? Are two questions that need to be answered. In dance, it is important to make sure that while representing characters, the movements must not become crass or vulgar. A slight delineation would become rasa abhasa rather than rasotpatti. So it is very important to keep in mind how a character or an emotion will be translated into Angika while thinking of portraying that. The Angika movements should be aesthetically appealing and not vulgar or crass. To answer the second question, should it be adapted to dance? Should contemporary themes be adapted to dance? We do see contemporary themes in films, in theaters, in street plays. Why not in dance? Most artists want to be socially relevant. As I said earlier, involving contemporary themes will bring about a change in the Angika. The form itself changes. To explain, earlier men went to the farms. Representation of that led to stylized Angika movements. But today, if we depict a man sitting with his laptop and a phone, the Angika becomes quite restrictive. Usage of a phone with one hand, in fact, blocks the usage of one hand. The movements become very restrictive. But that does not mean that when there is a requirement, we should not adapt ourselves to portray contemporary themes. But that should not be the norm. As persistent use of these contemporary imageries will lead to a change of the form itself. If it must be used at all, if there is a vital requirement of using these contemporary imageries, then the emotions behind it must be highlighted rather than the movements. If not, dance will resemble mime. Dance is more a stylized movement rather than a realistic movement. So we should remember that not all characters or all situations or all emotions can be adapted and portrayed in dance. The auchitya should be kept in mind when handling these. Though I started my quest of Nayakas through my practical performance, I have not gone and explained how the Nayakas should be perceived and handled in the choreographies, as there are thousands of reactions possible from a human being based on his characteristics, based on the situation right then, and so on. Taking all that into consideration, I have suggested the method of incorporating the hero into a Nayika Bhavapada, and also the delineation of the Nayakas will give a fair idea of how he would react. Understanding the character and the possible reactions of the character will enhance the performance. And keeping this in mind, let each of us give an emotionally uplifting performance. I once again thank Dr. Manorama for this opportunity and each one of you for having patiently listened to me. Thank you. Namaskara.